Hello everybody, I'm in a storm here. Welcome back to Crusader Kings 3 Abyssinia. In the last episode, we ripped away a large chunk of Blemia over here, this whole duchy. And then we had to fight the holder of that duchy because they were vassalized and did not want to convert, so we had to get rid of them. So took care of that. And yeah, we're doing pretty well. We did lose our eldest son, but we've got lots of spares, so that was not too big of a deal. This son can marry. You are zealous. Let's find someone with a good trait for this one. If there's a decent alliance that we could potentially form, and there does appear to be. But that is way out of the way. Okay. I don't think it's that big of a necessity, so let's switch to age. And let's try to find someone who's at least relatively close in age. 10-year-old. Gaelic. Okay. Actually, this is pretty decent, so let's go with that. You're gonna pay homage. All right, we'll take it. We're actually doing pretty good in terms of the treasury. My heir can marry... All right, that's fine. That's this up here. We're not going to make that one. I think I will go ahead and make the Duchy of Showa. And then we'll go ahead and just grant you that title. Now, let's see. What are we doing here? I'm actually not going to worry about converting faith right now. Promoting culture, on the other hand, probably a good idea. Control. Let's work on that. A dangerous faction, huh? Peasants. Peasants. I'm not worried about peasants. Oh, we can hold court. I guess we can hold court. Alright, it's Tewodros again. Which one? I don't know. Malish, Tewodros says, full of excitement. I have a great idea that can bring you either money or fame. Amass quite the collection of artifacts. Okay, yeah, this thing again. Paid artifact exhibition. I'll take the paid artifact exhibition. And here's the other Tewodros, I think. I serve you faithfully, my liege. You know of my charge against Taha amidst the desert of Bur. But I am no longer young. I bid you invest me with my own lands in your kingdom. Other lords have been given more for less. We could give him... We could give him the title belonging to the other Tewodros. We could trade it for a sword. Alak. It might be one of the titles we're going to lose anyway. I guess we'll take his sword. Let's see. My daughter-in-law, Pelagia, shows me a page filled with unfamiliar symbols, insisting on its legibility. I developed a written language specifically for the women in the court. Since I have the letters are mostly taught to men. If you allow it, begin teaching ladies at once. Okay, go for it. So yeah, that's the one I figured it was, that little county over there. Alright, that's fine. It was probably going to go away anyway. Need to hire a court physician. Nobody's any good. Can I search for one? Attempt suicide. No, search for a physician. Yeah, there we go. I find my son, Abebe, sitting on the floor, so I know I spill pain. Okay, go for it. Alright, you are apparently good. How good are you? Well, we'll hire them. Following a death sentence of a lowly feast, a thief Asked my son what he thought. Keeps the trait just. Yeah, go for it. Well, I guess I can create that duchy now because I don't hold anything in it. My son. Now the brush grows with each passing year, and so does his interest and competence in other areas. Thank you for believing in me, Father. I have a new project that I'd like to start. Perhaps you're interested in being my benefactor once more. Of course. To make a shield. Okay. We do not have a shield, correct? No, we do not have a shield. We have the Ethiopian sword, which is a much better weapon to be using. So let's switch to that. Nope. Where's the peasants? There they are. Alright, done. And that probably means that we need to move our marshal to increase control over there. Do we want to commission this artifact to anybody? No need for a dedication. I can ransom somebody. For 12 gold. Do we want to grab some land? Might be a good idea to grab some land. A wooden shield of excellent craftsmanship, constructed from sturdy sycamore planks, bound together with a rim of wrought iron. The edge is inlaid with ivory and painted with images of floral motifs. Renown, court grandeur. Magnificent. That's a court artifact. The peasants in the county of Sarai are in a good mood. The harvest is bountiful, the roads are safe, the village elders are telling nonsensical stories of cows producing honey-laden milk, and geese laying golden eggs. The peasants are praising me for their fortune. I've sent a delegation carrying gifts. We graciously accept their gifts. Okay, so yeah, apparently the shield just is hung on the wall. The delegation from Lalibala slowly files out of my private chambers. Do we rebuild the walls? Yeah, we'll rebuild the walls. There we go. We can get the full 20 gold. I'll take it. Let's see, an alchemy inspiration. $181 gold. Sorry, but no. All right. I think we are going to go ahead and declare war on this guy for the duchy. Everybody will accept. While studying the tactics of ancient generals, I was astonished to learn about the exploits of Hannibal Barca during their Second Punic War. Flexible leader. That sounds good. We'll grab that. The market with a baby. His attention was caught by a criminal in the pillory. Compassionate. That's fine. Alright, yeah, let's crush this army. He did not reinforce. Oh, I only just stack wiped it. Alright, excellent. Still not quite enough to stack wipe it. There we go. And we captured the ruler, so quick and easy. Excellent. Alright, let's grant this out. Grant that out. Heavy infantry siege progress. Archer, yeah, we'll take that. Sappers. Now the next thing would be declare war on you. For the rest of that duchy. Alright, my daughter has come of age. High Chieftain of the Mots. Yes. Alright, let's see if we can win this war on our own without calling any allies. Caught him. You're arriving to pay homage. We'll take your payments. Alright. Betrothed can marry. Demand your conversion. There we go. You know, let's call Demott in. Did you have an ally join? Crush that army again. I don't think we wiped it. No, we did not wipe it. The end of the field exercise, it had seemed a brilliant idea to practice regrouping an army in disarray. I stood my troops and ordered every officer to independently make their way to Axum. Of course, by the third day of waiting, with only half of my army in place, and now seeing flaws in the plan. Yeah, we'll let someone else take care of it. Let's see if I can get my army resupplied. Let's see, my son gets compassionate. Yep, we're resupplying. No, stay there. Don't break the siege. Oh well. It worked anyway. Probably we'll go ahead and create the Denikil title. Okay, so we're going to be practicing a siege. Alright, go for it. Okay, so who is going to be the new... Probably you? Yeah, probably you. Grant the titles. There we go. Under siege. First charge. A tightly shut gate and walls that loom high in the sky. Archers can be seen in the shadows moving behind the battlements, and a feeling of genuine excitement permeates the air. The lull before battle, I turn and address the soldiers. My order rings out loud and clear across the field. Go through the sewers. The steering wheel echoes as another dulled weapon bounces off the middle pillar. For the second time in a matter of minutes, I curse at the tight spiral that blocks us from swinging our weapons at the defenders. The heavy breath of the soldiers around me is deafening. In every repelled attack, they grow more resigned and frustrated. One at a time, stay alert. We'll take the 90% chance that the attack will progress well. And of course, it progressed poorly. Alright, a baby comes of age. A conscientious scribe, which is not great. Battlement bravado. Taking the final step up onto the walls surrounding the castle, I survey the scene. Many soldiers have been lost to the archers on the walls, but we will not be deterred. One after another, we overwhelm the defenders and stand victorious over the fallen. I take a deep breath, and it is time to press on again. This is our last chance to turn the battle. Alright, archers, take up your positions. 90% chance. And progress well. The battle's lost, and the defenders have won the day. Among the celebrating soldiers, I find Ross Tewodros, who congratulates me on a charge well led. Even if it failed to take the castle, my lord, both the troops and you seem reinvigorated from the change of pace. Improved defenses. Alright, fine. Alright, you can marry. You are a son. We have a good set of alliances right now, so we're gonna go for an inheritable trait. Hopefully of someone who is of relative close age. Robust. And could lead to potential alliance. I guess we'll go with it. Ew, this guy is just not good. We just lost a couple of alliances. Naga. Well, Naga no longer exists, so that's why they're no longer an ally. Alright, let's just take a look at succession. Okay, no real changes. Good. We haven't crossed any thresholds that we need to worry about. What I will probably do, we have an event. The Munificence of Nijin. Neighboring High Chiefess, Nijin, has been visiting my court on her way to some holy site or something. Since her arrival, she's been outshining me with her generosity towards my own courtiers. They've all been lapping up her gold with no dignity. I can't help but scoff when I see her surrounded by adoring courtiers for the umpteenth time. My courtiers. Okay. I can be even more generous. Alright, speaking of, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to bump up a couple things. Well, let's just let that sit for a minute. We can finally get the strategist trait. And then let's focus on wealth. We have accusations of witchcraft. Let's see. We gain 20 stress. Yeah, okay. All the old commandments. We spend 250 piety. We lose 85 stress and a level of devotion. And rather not. Because we already have the indulgent drink option. We can also call a hunt. Luzo. You would think of a creature from myth, perhaps a god disguised in animal form. It was the largest stag I have ever seen. Even after the beast was wounded, the chase lasted for half a day. Let's see, yeah. This one will fetch a fine price. We kind of need to recover some of the cash we spent on this. Alright. I think this is where we'll go ahead and end the episode. I have to decide what it is I'm doing with my heirs, if anything. We're kind of getting to that point. We're 56. I don't think we have any real health issues. You never know. Never know. Alright, but for now, we'll stop here. So if you guys enjoyed it, thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.